Hello everyone, this is Jasmine and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will understand some very important concepts of SQL. These are really important for the people who wants to learn the basics of SQL, and it's important from the point of interview. So let's get started. So today we will understand the difference between where versus having, union, union all, in, exist, group by, order by, join, subquery, join, union. So what is where? Where is used to filter the data. It works on the rows and not on the aggregated data. So the basic use of where clause is to give you the list of the records based on the condition. As you can see from the example, select star from employee where salary is greater than 5,000. So it will give us the list of employee whose salary is greater than 5,000. Having, on the other hand, works on aggregated data. Now let's understand what is aggregated data. So aggregate functions. An aggregate function is a function that performs a calculation on a set of values and returns a single value. It is used with group by and it is used to summarize the data. These are the most commonly used aggregate functions: min, max, count, sum, average. Now let's understand with an example. Select min salary from employee. Select max salary from employee. It will give you the minimum and the maximum salary from the employee table. Now let's execute this query. Select department ID, count star as total from employee, group by department ID, having department ID is equal to 3. So having is like a where clause that works with the aggregate and group by. If we run this query, we get the total number of employees in department 3, department whose ID is 3. If we don't execute the having, we'll get the list of employees, a list of total number of employees of different departments. So this is the employee table, as you can see. In all the departments there are 3 records. So one main thing about the group by is that, about the aggregate function, is that whenever we use the aggregate function, with that any column we specify, we need to specify it in the group by. If we don't do it, we will get an error. Let's comment this line and execute. So as you can see, department ID is not in the group by. That's why we are getting an error. Now let's understand the difference between union and union all. Now union and union all is used to combine the result set of 2 or more select statements. The only difference between them is that union removes duplicate records. On the other hand, union all will show you the list of all the records, even if there are duplicate records. Now there are a few rules which we need to follow when we are using it. The first thing is, the select statement with union must have the same number of columns. If in the first select statement there are 3 columns, the second select statement should also have the 3 columns. The data types should be same. If the first column the data type is integer, the second column should not have varchar, else we will get an error. And another important rule is that the columns which we specify should be in the same order. So it's going to club the column 1 of first select statement with the column 1 of the second select statement. So we can't consider that it will take column 1 of the first statement and in the second statement you put this column 1 in the second position. Let's understand this with an example. So here I have written a query: select customer name, contact number from customer, union, select supplier name, contact number from supplier. Now I'm getting the records it has clubbed both the records. Now if I write union all, you can see that currently it is showing me 8 records. But if I say union all, it is showing me 10 records. So in this record, Sejal is getting repeated, Rohan is repeated. That is the only difference between union and union all. Let's understand the difference between in and exists. Now we use the in operator with where clause. Suppose we need to get a query where we want to have multiple or conditions like the city in Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad. So instead of writing or all the time, we can use in. It is a shorthand of or. And exist on the other hand returns true or false value. The exist operator is used to test the existence of any record in the subquery. Let's understand this with an example. So as you can see, select star from employee where city in Bangalore or city in Mumbai. If I execute this query, this is what I get. Instead of or, I'm using in where city in Bangalore, Mumbai. So this makes the code clean and it's easy to understand. Here, let's run the exist query. So select star from employee where exist, select star from employer where city in. This is a dummy city which does not exist in the database. So it doesn't return me any record. If I give Bangalore, it will return me record. So exist mainly is used to check whether the record exists in the database. Many a times we use it while checking the username and password, whether it exists or not. Based on that, it's returned true or false. So when to use? When there is big outer query and small inner query. Exist, we use it when there's small outer query and big inner query. The main use of in is that it compares one value to several values, and exist on the other hand tells us whether the query returns any results. Now let's understand the difference between order by and group by. Order by sorts the query in ascending or descending order. If we don't use order by, the records are by default sorted in ascending order. Group by, on the other hand, groups the rows for some value. It is often used with aggregate functions. Where we cannot use where clause when we use group by. Having is used when we use group by. We have already seen the group by with the where clause in the aggregate function example. Now let's understand this with an example. Select star from employee order by employee ID descending. If I execute this query, it returns me the record of the employees in the ascending order. And here is the query for group by. Select count department ID from employee group by department ID. Since I am here writing department ID like this, so I have to put it in the group by. Join versus subquery. Join is used to combine data from different tables into a single result. Join is faster. Subquery, on the other hand, can select only from the first table. Subquery is little slower. Let's understand this with an example. So here you can see select employee name, department name from employee, join department on department ID. So when we use join, we have to give the condition on which we are joining the two employees. Here the department ID is in the employee table and in the department table. So we are using department ID for join. Most of the time the join queries is the foreign primary key of one table is the foreign key of another table. Let's execute this query. So here is the list of employees and their departments. And inner query, select star from employee where department ID in, select department ID from department. So this is the inner query where it gives me the list of department IDs, and by using n I am getting the employees based on these department ID. Union versus join. The union is used to combine rows. Two tables. For combining the two select statements, we use union. So in union, it's not necessary to have the same column name, but the number of columns should be same. And even the data type should be same. Join, on the other hand, merges the column. It combines rows from two tables or more tables based on a common condition between them. Let's understand this with an example. So we have already seen the union here, like in our previous example. The same example I am showing. Select customer name, contact number from customer, union all. Select supplier name, contact number from the supplier. And for join, we have already seen this example. So I end my video over here. I hope you like my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.